For the Grizzlies, Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. Then it's Jones. Then it's Justice Winslow. And it's Melton in at the 2-guard. Greg, at the beginning of every season, we love to see players that have worked on something during the offseason that they now have added to their game in the new season.
No doubt about it, Kevin. You know, the work doesn't end when the season ends. If you're trying to improve your skill set, or if you're trying to just put on muscle, that kind of stuff needs to be done during the break. You need to have an assessment in the right after the season. Hey, where can I get better? And then you spend the off season on that challenge.
The season never really ends. Here's Melton, coming in off a 12-point game his last outing. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time.
Now that play never gets old. The pick and roll will still be an offensive staple 100 years from now. Trust me.
Harrell, the pass to James, and James throws it down.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot. Greg frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
And the rejection by Harrell. An outstanding defensive play to earn the Mobile One block.
Some intimidation right away. Got to show those shooters you're going to be there all night long.
Los Angeles on D. Clock at 6. Here's Melton.
He gives his all whenever he's out there on the floor. Just that energy level is something that is infectious for Montrezl Harrell.
James kicks to Morris. And the rejection by Jackson. Winslow against George. Winslow, the pass to Melton. The feed to Valanciunas. With the fadeaway. And they pick up 2.
And he's not going to miss many of those, especially that wide open.
No, he's automatic from the mid-range, and the defense knows that. It's a mistake to give up a shot like that.
And that one's good. James.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, Coach Taylor Jenkins gave me a few minutes to catch up. He feels like this first meeting between these two teams will be a feeling out process. Coach said the Clippers have so much experience. They know how to suck you into playing their game. He told his guys, we need to dictate the pace or it's going to be dictated to us. Kevin?
Thanks, David. The drive by James.
Well, when you get into a system, your first system in the league where you share the ball, Kawhi Leonard keeping his head up and finding the open man.
The Grizzlies have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Winslow against Leonard. And it's sent back by Leonard.
And that's the thing we know about Leonard. As a defender, on the ball, off the ball, he's rarely out of any play.
And in a player empowerment era, no greater power move than Kawhi Leonard's last year. Fresh off a Finals MVP with the Raptors, he signed with his hometown Clippers and compelled a trade for Paul George.
Think about that 14-month run where Kawhi Leonard made his way to Toronto, a team that was on the cusp for many seasons, goes there, wins the MVP and a championship for the Raptors, and then ends up in his hometown of Los Angeles to try to do the same for the Clippers. Now that's getting it done and writing your own story.
Oh!
No way. Now that's a little something extra from Montrez.
And here's Melton. He'll bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. It's a 3-point game. Defeated by the Pacers in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
What a duel that was. Exciting all the way to the end. Really a shame someone had to walk away with an L.
Yeah, I bet it was pretty quiet in that locker room after that game. When it hit overtime, it was a matter of which team had more energy left, and seemingly it wasn't them.
Jones, the pass to Valanciunas. Back to Jones. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. Memphis shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
And they've done some really nice work at the foul line, knocking down 80%.
And so Jones nails both of them. For Los Angeles, they've gone 7 of 8 from the field to start the game. Very hot shooting. James, no good. Memphis trailing here. To the right side. Back to Jones for the 3. Morris with the rebound. And here are the Clippers. Here's James, and James throws it down.
And how about the setup? Man, Morris keeping his head up. Beautiful assist.
Memphis has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. And Harrell slams it in.
And that's how to make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered.
For Memphis, they've gotten 5 of 10 shots to drop in this game so far. Right at the 50% mark. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by James. Dylan Brooks. He's checked in for DeAnthony Melton. Here's Jones, and it's sent back by Leonard. Back to James. Harrell, the pass to James. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And right now, they're just focused on putting together good possessions.
Yeah, that's exactly how they got the lead. They ended up having multiple possessions in a row with good quality shots, knocked them down, and game is fully in their control.
Looking at who's out there now for the Grizzlies. Jang, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Clark comes in for Jaren Jackson. And it's Kyle Anderson in for Justice Winslow. Jones, the pass to Clark. And good that time.
You got to know, this is Clark's skill set at this stage of his career. He takes quiet.
James, and James throws it down.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Clark outside. And there's the pass to Jang. 5 to shoot. Jones dishes to Jang. Great D that time from Harrell. Los Angeles leading by 8. The drive by James makes it off the glass. James has got 17.
When you find yourself up double digits in the first quarter, you know you're doing something right.
Well, dominant so far. That's the responsibility of the starters. Now let's see if everybody else who plays in this game makes the same kind of high-level contributions.
And that one's good. Brooks.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here. This, of course, their first opportunity to play Memphis this season.
And they usually came out on top when these two teams faced off last year. No surprise.
Two minutes now played in the second quarter. James finds George. Back to James. Now Morris to the inside. And the dunk by James.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Memphis has gone to three-point range 7 times tonight, knocked down 5 of them. Taking a look at Los Angeles. We've got Kawhi Leonard. Junior's out there with Paul George. Then it's Marcus Morris, and Harrell's in at the 5, roaming the paint.
Well, stretching the floor, Kawhi Leonard out at that distance, you're just so fearful of him driving by, and he knocks one down with confidence.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Jackson passes to Melton. Jones in the post. James covering.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts. But otherwise, the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go. And you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
Looking to end the run. And the rejection by James.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion. The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Outside, Jones. Outside for Jackson.
They're loving the confidence. Just rise and be free. And you know you can do this.
There's something to be said about knowing yourself. It allows him to shoot and shoot comfortably, even with taller defenders out there. And Marcus Morris has raised some eyebrows in the last couple of years, just being a much more efficient scorer.
And last season, Marcus Morris's name, one of the hottest on the trade market.
Yeah, there's a lot going on in Marcus Morris's offseason a year ago. A lot of contenders looking to add him to the roster. Handshake deal with the Spurs, switch to the Knicks, and then eventually traded to the Clippers. So grab your musical chair and try to find a seat.
Here's Melton. They get it again. Jones, no luck. Clippers leading by 8. Now here's Harrell. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Dallas.
He also had 2 blocks that really impacted that game, guys. He really made his presence known.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And here's Melton. He'll bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. And Valanciunas kicks to Jones. Valanciunas against Leonard. And here's Winslow. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Pacers in Indianapolis.
And his rebounding was solid in that effort as well. He did a lot of work on the glass. All around, just his effort level was off the charts.
At this point, I don't know what you can do to slow this team down.
Well, nothing that they're doing seems to be making an impact. And there are some nights where you just run out of options, whether it's by personnel or by tactic.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. Greg, we see defenses continually adjusting. Analytics favoring threes and dunks. Which teams do you think are toughest to score on at the rim?
You know, it's funny that you think defense in today's era, but if you look at the 2 teams that were the best in their respective conferences last season, they're the 2 teams I think protect the rim the best. Milwaukee with Giannis and the Lopez crew, and then obviously AD and LA with the Lakers. Those teams have the versatility on their front line to be able to defend the 3 and also protect the rim.
I think you've nailed it.
And here's that intense defensive look.
Jones from outside. And James pulls it down. James has got rebound number 7 for him tonight.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Yeah, and that's some physical defense against Morris, who attacks with one of his many moves. And we'll just see what he does here at the line.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
The Grizzlies trail by 17. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Valanciunas passes to Melton. 6 to shoot. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. Offensive rebound. Jackson. And the rejection by James. And the basket by Jones.
Well, he's given himself a chance. 6 shots he's gotten up this quarter, but only able to convert on 1 of them.
Winslow against Leonard. Jones, no one around him. Good, and the nice assist from Winslow. Jones has got 12 points in the game. Here now, they're on a 20-7 run. And James throws it down.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Well, just seeking out weaknesses in the defense and then exploiting it.
No good from Valanciunas.
Maybe a time to rest him right now, just give him a bit of a breather, try to help him get back on track.
Just playing with poise and confidence, man. They continue to put points on the board.
Yeah, just really pouring it on right now, trying to take away the opposition's motivation to keep competing in this one.
Now Jones, He's coming off a 19-point game against Indiana. Pass to Valanciunas. By Jones. Shot from free throw range. And good. He got the English that time as it falls. Jones has got 7 now in this quarter. The drive by James. Here's Harrell. Nice D from Valanciunas.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Against Jones. Misses from short range. Clippers leading by 14. James, the pass to Leonard. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
Well, there are some ways to fire up your teammates. That right there is one of them, thanks to Kawhi Leonard.
Memphis has gotten into trouble with the 3-ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. Jones dishes to Valanciunas. Knocked away. Paul George with the steal. It's stolen by Valanciunas. Jones looking for an opening. Back to Valanciunas. And the rejection by Harrell. And now the fast break. George with the ball. A 3 from Morris. Good, and the assist goes to James. James has got assist number 8 now on the night.
And this is in Morris's wheelhouse right here. Extremely fluid with the catch and release.
Now a timeout called by Memphis.
And they're allowing too many points in the paint. Coach is going to let them hear about it.
Yeah, coach knows that. They know that. In the timeout, they're going to hear about it, make the adjustment.
So Memphis ends up. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers sitting on a 21-point lead to end the quarter. From the field, they have been outstanding. And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. It's been a clinic out there by James.
And guys, we saw just how tough he can be with the step to the rim. Great job of just attacking that first half.
Yeah, nice job of carving his way to the inside with some ease. Not much resistance out there.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. Taking a look at the Grizzlies. Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. Then it's Justice Winslow. Then it's Tyus Jones. And it's Melton in at the 2-guard spot. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Boy, your alma mater, UNLV, Greg, has produced some great NBA players over the years. I mean, so many great names.
No doubt about it. Listen, I got a special place in my heart for my former teammates Larry Johnson and Stacey Augmon.
Right.
But also guys like Sean Marion. You go back to Reggie Theus, who was a tremendous player. And right now in the league, you got Kim Birch, dunk champ Derrick Jones, and an up-and-comer in Christian Wood.
Good mentions. Shot clock at 6. Winslow kicks to Jones. His 3-pointer's off the mark.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
And here's the fast break. Winslow's leading the way. And the dunk by Jackson.
There's a good indicator of Winslow and his feel for the game. I like how much he makes a concentrated effort to get the ball right there to the open man.
To the paint. Here's James. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Leonard's got his 3rd assist on the night.
Just Mr. Reliable again here today, Kevin. I mean, they need his points, and he's producing. I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
This is his 2nd trip to the line in this one.
Performed well thus far this season with a 78% clip.
And he's good on the 2nd. Right around a minute and a half played here in the 3rd quarter. James with it, now guarded by Winslow. And the rejection by Valanciunas. Here's James. A beautiful reverse layup. James has got 29.
What a performance on the offensive end. He's making the defenders pay right now for all of the mistakes they're making.
Jones drives in. Valanciunas trying to free himself up. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Yeah, easy call.
He's made 3 of his 4 free throw attempts in the game. And so Jones nails both of them. And Morris has got the ball here for Los Angeles. James draws contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
And he's really made the most of his opportunities today. I mean, he needs to keep working for those kinds of looks.
The Clippers have been getting it done at the line, 10 for 12. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. Here's Melton. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
And this is how you want to come out of the half. Prolific and efficient.
Well, the thing is they're controlling the pace right now, and if that was the mantra for them at halftime, they've carried it out.
And James picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. And now let's revisit that exceptional mobile 1 block.
And that'll give him a jolt. Nothing like a rejection to light a fire under you.
Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Jackson against Morris. Jackson passes to Winslow. 5 on the clock. Shot on the wing, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
That's a big shot from Winslow there. Time was winding down on the shot clock, and he steps up and knocks it down.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with 2 hands on that stuff. Memphis has gotten a positive outcome on 7 of their 14 three-pointers in this game. Not bad at all. Valanciunas with the ball. 8 points for him. Pass to Melton. 5 to shoot. On the wing, Jones. Off target with his 3.
Well, his shots aren't dropping, and they haven't been able to keep pace, but him enough to keep going to him, see if he can find it.
I love the unselfishness, and you know coaches do as well.
Well, not just coach, but you can see it in the teammates, the way that they look at him, they appreciate it when he shares the ball like that.
Jones in the post, working on James. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Nobody near George. And it's off from 3-point range. Memphis has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Winslow with it. Guarded now by Morris. Jones, that's for 2. And that one hits back iron.
Sometimes you just have an off night, guys, and that's what we've seen so far.
Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Winslow, the pass to Jones. That one good for 2. Jones has got 19 points.
Oh, I love that dish down low.
Floats it up there for Harrell. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Outside, Jones. Connects from 3-point range. 22 points for him.
Watch out. Now that he's got his first 3 of the half, there might be more in store.
James, no good. Memphis has gone 1 of 3 down since halftime. Outside, Jones. Dishes it to Jackson. And that comes off the assist by Jones. Jackson's got 6 points.
Yeah, more involved in the offense as they try to shrink this lead.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Well, just seeking out weaknesses in the defense and then exploiting it.
And so you look at Los Angeles. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then it's Junior, and it's Jackson in at the point.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. And that one drops for him. And it's the Clippers with the ball. They have a 19-point and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. You know, Greg, you'd probably know as well as anyone, what was it like going up against the Bulls in the 90s?
You know, it's weird to say, but in a lot of ways, they Hall of Fame talent at the coach, a defensive-minded team. But the one difference was, you know, the Bulls had that guy that wore that number 23. I think I'd say that might have been the one difference.
What elevation. And he likes mixing it up with his impressive vert.
The drive by James. James has got 42 in the game.
And he has just been in a flow offensively. Terrific game. He has been the X factor.
And guys, we talk all the time about making the extra pass. Clark there proving how important that concept is.
James kicks to Leonard. Jones against James. Back to Leonard. James left side. Here's Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
That's the kind of passing you want there. Work the ball around, keep it moving, try to get an assist on every bucket.
The Grizzlies trail by 21. Down low, here's Valanciunas. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Now in the game. It's stolen by Valanciunas. Shoots over Zubac. Valanciunas can't get that one to fall. Clippers leading by 21. Zubac, the pass to Jackson. Doesn't go that time. Nice D from Valanciunas. Passes it to Melton. Great D that time from Leonard. And here's James. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles. And he lays it straight in. James has got 44.
With the finish line in sight, this guy is determined to be the one to put the game away.
The Grizzlies have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. Fourth quarter play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now.
And when Clark is on fire, you gotta love how this young fella is willing to dominate games.
And the dunk by James.
An incredible reverse throwdown, excellent body control.
And guys, I'd even go as far to say that was a punctuation dunk. The pass to Melton. Winslow against Leonard. Now here's Winslow. 6 to shoot.
And all you got to do is look at the rebounding margin as to why they hold the lead.
Well, every time the shot goes up, guys are doing a nice job of finding bodies and making sure there's room to collect the rebound. All night, they've asked him to shoulder the scoring load, and he is not disappointed.
Here's Valanciunas, and the dunk by Valanciunas.
Not getting old here, seeing him make that lead pass with perfect timing.
James, and another one falls.
Timeout. Another 50-point game from him, and he is now third in the record books for point games in a season.
You know, G.A., you can't deny the greatness we've seen from him all year long. He has performed at the highest level, game in and game out.
His play this season.
And here are the Grizzlies now. Ball's knocked loose, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Green. To the middle. Here's Jones. The shot, no good. And the Clippers will go the other way with it.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
It's stolen. And here. Pass to Jones. Pass to Allen. Here is Tolliver. Porter with it. Patterson defending. Just 3 to shoot. There's Jackson with the 3. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Beverly's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Patterson finds Beverly. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Shamet with it. Passes to James. That's tipped in the corner. Shamet with it. Out of bounds, Clippers ball as the Clippers keep possession.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Real close, and I'm sure next time you might time that a little bit better and get a hand on it. He's been an absolute marksman the entire second half. Hard to imagine what anyone can do right now to slow him down.
Patterson bringing the double. Jackson, that's a two-pointer, and misses it off the right side of the rim.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Clippers.
Free throws were a big factor in this one.
You know, it's always great to get a lot of shots at the line, but the key, they were able to convert tonight. You start making free throws, and it can get you the win.
And so they'll stretch their victory total to 19 on the season.
And once it becomes official, this win gives them a nice confidence boost against this team. They'll face them twice more this season.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Junior.
He was in the zone. He's just a man on a mission, and that helped him notch that triple-double.
Allen outside. Inside. And Jackson with the basket on the assist by Allen.
He's just an aggressive player. I mean, what can I say? He's going to put on more muscle, but he's in attack mode and attack.
The drive by James and the dunk by James.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yeah, when you step into an opposing team's arena and you can play with this type of composure, boy, that food tastes good on the way out of town.
Porter looking it over.
And it's still a rare sight to see rebound numbers like the ones he's had tonight.
Well, this kind of effort will energize the team and get you going, just gobbling up every board.
Making every effort to put this on ice.
You love that the guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
Jones finds Allen. Here is Tolliver, guarded by Green. Porter, no luck. James outside. And the miss. So the Clippers winning this one easily. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did. Awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Brett Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with the 2K Sports crew. And we'll see you next time.